Thank you very much. Is everybody able to hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So we'll start with Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namane Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gauri Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karati vachanam mangalam gayate krimat kripatamam bande Shri Pradivadaranam Paramananda Vadamam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha. Agisha Yasya Vadane Lakshmi Yasya Savakshiji Yasya Aste Hridaya Samvitam Yasya Yasya Deve Parabhaktir Yatha Deve Tatha Guru Tasya Tikritaya Prakasham Tena Yonta Pravisha Mamachanam Prasuttam Sanjeevayatya Kilashakti Dharasvadhamna Nyam Shastra Charana Shravanatvagadi Pranam Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam Anjiguru Hrivanya Krishna Chitto Vichinto Prayati Geha Samsara Upa Prabhajana Sukhamtama Chin Samsa Vishwar So we are reading from the book The Mood and Mission of Srila Prabhupada by His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. We are reading the part 2, the new section. Srila Prabhupada's exalted position. The chapter 1 and this part 2 is his achievements and contributions. A short summary. In the book, it is page number 83. So if those devotees are following the book, it's page number 83. So I would like to request Ram Kumar name. I don't know the initiated name, I'm sorry. Not able to recognize. Can you read, Prabhu?
Ramkumar Nima Prabhu, yeah, please read.
I don't know. Is it able to hear? I don't know. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, actually, very less voice is there. I'm trying to connect my earbuds.
Oh, please connect your earbuds and can you start reading?
Prabhu, right now I don't have the.
Okay, fine, no problem. Okay, Rupanand Prabhu, you can continue to read. You can start.
Okay, Prabhuji, Dhanyavad. Hare Krishna. Chapter 1, his achievements and contributions. A short summary. Srila Prabhupada arrived in America practically penniless, hardly knowing which directions to go. Reference 385. It's not adapted from the play script Srila Prabhupada's Mission to America, Scene 3 in Veda Base, author unknown. He went first to Butler, Pennsylvania, and then to New York, where he stayed with a self-styled Mayavadi before moving to the Bowery, a ghetto inhabited by bums and drunkards. There he shared a loft with a hippie until one day the boy went mad on drugs. Leaving Srila Prabhupada on the street with nowhere to go. In this way, foreign and impoverished Srila Prabhupada struggled through the bitter New York winter. Gradually, a few bedraggled, confused hippies began approaching him for guidance. With great patience and compassion, Srila Prabhupada imparted this message he had bought. You are not those bodies. You are spirit souls. We are all God's servants. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Many were too far gone to hear him, but a few sincere seekers stayed. Soon a faithful band of youths gathered around Swamiji as he came to be known, won over by the Kirtan Prasada and Swamiji's devotion to Lord Krishna. They gave up illicit sex, drugs, meat eating, and gambling. In turn, he accepted them as disciples. But as soon as a few of them were strong enough, he left for San Francisco, where with chanting, dancing, prasada, and philosophy, many more hopeless souls were saved from the web of material life. Becoming a jet age Parivrajakacharya, reference 386, letters dated 6 June 1970 and 5th May 1974. Srila Prabhupada soon brought the Krishna magic to the whole world, bequeathing it one, 108 beautiful temples full of thousands of ecstatic Vaishnavas, Sri Mayapur Chandrodaya Mandir, Vrindavan's Krishna Balram Mandir, West Virginia's New Vrindavan, and London's Bhakti Vedanta Manor, name but a few. Along with worship of Sri Radha Krishna, Shri Gaur Nitai, and Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, and festivals like Gaur Purnima, Janmashtami, and Rath Yatra, Srila Prabhupada gave transcendental dramas, art, music, dioramas, gurukulas, and farms for simple living and high thinking. But above all, he gave his books. Books are the basis, he would say, and he gave his every breath for writing them. 70 volumes translated in 50 languages, printed by the millions and distributed worldwide. Srila Prabhupada gave the foundation for a golden age, a blueprint for the future. Moreover, he left his own example, a lifetime of surrender and devotional endeavor to take strength and inspiration from.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And section wise, it's a big section, 2-3 devotees. Ruchira Mataji is she joined. It is possible you can read.
Hare Krishna, Pranam Prabhuji, Pranam everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, Mataji. You can
Okay, okay. I'll read.
Until I tell you to stop, you can read.
Yes, yes. Jai Srila Prabhupada. In more detail, to be a pure devotee of Krishna does not necessarily entail that one has to perform many quantifiably outstanding activities. Srila Gaur Kishore Das
You can
Babaji
read the
Maharaj.
reference. You can read the reference.
Okay. Actually, I'm reading from the book, Prabhuji.
But when the reference comes in the book, you can see there is a reference over there which you need to see at the back of the this one. It's not there.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, it's there. Three is written. To be a pure devotee of Krishna does not necessarily entail one has to become quantifiably perform many quantifiable outstanding. 3 it is written. So 3 means you need to go to the book at the back of the book wherein the reference is given. So, but here I'm just clicking so that you can read it, please.
Okay.
For reference, you see the screen, but otherwise you can read the book.
Okay. I have to read this. Much of this section is adapted from.
You have to read that. Yes.
Okay, not audible. 1 second. Okay, much of this section is adapted from Trikanda Dasa, his unparalleled achievement, ISKCON Desire Tree.
Link. Okay.
Link. Okay. Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj is just one example of a topmost devotee who did nothing in this whole life that would impress materialistic people. However, however, pure devotee preachers act within the world to change it, to bring materialistic people to Krishna consciousness, and in doing so, they perform activities that are impressive even to worldly, materialistic people.
Mataji,
Certainly, yes.
I'm sorry, I don't know whether you attended. You please be a little bit slow and
Okay, I'm sorry.
slow because you are
Yes,
reading
yes.
for everybody and yourself as well. So better you be slow
Yes,
and
I'll read
steady.
slow.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Full stop, commas, you have to mindful about that so that the way
Okay,
reading goes. Okay.
yes. Certainly, many of Srila Prabhupada's achievements, even from a materialistic perspective, were extraordinary. They are often described as miraculous, but they were also hard won. His success is fulfilling Lord Chaitanya's desire by spreading Krishna consciousness globally, was in significant ways even more remarkable than that accomplished by Lord Chaitanya in India almost 500 years before. Although lists of Srila Prabhupada's achievements usually begin with what he did in the West, prior to that he had spent a lifetime in pure devotion to Krishna. His pure devotion was his greatest achievement and the basis from which all else developed. In 1965, elderly, alone, and with no institutional support, Srila Prabhupada left India for the first time. He went by the only means available to him, a cargo ship. He suffered 2 heart attacks at sea before reaching America, where his only contact was someone he had never met. Monetarily, he had nothing but the equivalent of about $7 in non convertible currency. Yet, even these substantial impediments were minor compared to the cultural and conceptual differences that separated his Krishna conscious message from the Western psyche. Chanting Hare Krishna was relatively easy for some young Westerners to adopt, but Srila Prabhupada also wanted his followers to fully accept, as he did, the philosophical tenets and code of living written in ancient books in an ancient language, replete with descriptions of demigods, giant interstellar eagles, and outlandish
Outlandish,
universe
outlandish.
outlandish okay outlandish universal structure, traditional gender roles, and so on. Srila Prabhupada induced his disciples into a man
Inducted,
Okay,
inducted.
sorry, inducted his disciples into a manner of living that included deity worship, worship of plants, a seemingly bizarre dress code and hairstyle, and voluntary acceptance of what to most Americans would seem to be a highly austere mm,
Manner of living.
manner of living. Okay. Tamal Krishna Goswami noted the cultural divide that separates Prabhupada's audience from Chaitanya's is oceanic. There is little to compare to the utter strangeness of an elderly Vaishnav sadhu in 1965 walking down New York's Fifth Avenue, or to his orthodoxy contrasted with a drug maddened San Francisco, grateful dead concert at which he chanted 2 years later or a few years after, to the incomprehension of the Florida state policeman investigating the torture of two young children and instead discovering the sanctified images of Radha and Krishna fanned by the sacred
Flamed.
flamed by the sacred Artika lamp. These are but a few of innumerable examples. Whatever differences Chaitanya encountered, and as fundamentally different as Hindu society may have been, say, from its Muslim rulers, Prabhupada's um, otherness is worlds apart. Reference 388, Tamal Krishna Goswami, A Living Theology of Krishna Bhakti, page 122.
There is one more reference.
Okay. And this also torture, C. Vyasaki Dasa, Radha Damodar
Vilas.
Radha Damodar Vilasa 1.14. Okay. Should I continue, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Also astonishing is that Srila Prabhupada did what he did by engaging practically the worst caliber of people. As Tamal Krishna Goswami told him, "You have come to the hellish planets to deliver us. It's amazing enough. You have made such a gigantic movement, but the fact that you have made it with such malechas as us is what is most astounding. It's like building a skyscraper with swabs and straw and mud." Reference 390, Conversation, 7th June 1976. Within a year of arriving in the West, even before initiating anyone there, Srila Prabhupada legally incorporated the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. With the progress of the society, he developed its organizational structures and systems with the aim of ensuring its smooth operation and continuation. He was not the first Indian guru in America. During the 1960s, the word guru became embedded in the English language during a rush of assorted sages from India eager to cater to the surging interest in Eastern spirituality. Amid a plethora of questionable godmen, Srila Prabhupada demonstrated by his personality, purity, and teachings what it actually meant to be a guru. He brought the essence of Vedic culture, India's greatest treasure, to the West. At a time when people were thinking that God is dead or irrelevant, he brought God to life for them by introducing them to Krishna, the complete conception of the term God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It was widely considered in the West that Indian spirituality meant something impersonal, but he brought the pinnacle of India's spiritual teachings, transcendental personalism. Ministering mostly to hippies, reveling in free sex and the use of hallucinogenic drugs, who typically conceived spirituality as a mystical, otherworldly state, Srila Prabhupada taught that spiritual life and even human life begins with the four regulative principles: no meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, and no gambling, distinct from fuzzy notions of floating in some imagined light, Srila Prabhupada gave practical directions for understanding and experiencing God in every step of life. He initiated about
Okay,
5.
Mataji.
Okay,
Hare Krishna. Yeah,
thank you,
thank you very
Prabhuji. Hare
much.
Krishna. Sorry for the
No problem.
for
Thank you very much. Kanuchan Charan Pradhan. I don't know the initiative name. I'm sorry. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam. Dandot
What's your
Pranam.
name, Prabhuji?
My name is Kanuchan Pradhan.
You're not initiated yet?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You are initiated?
No, Prabhuji, I am not initiated yet.
No problem. You can read, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
You're
He initiated.
slow and clear. That's all. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. He initiated about 5,000 disciples, mostly from the West, but of diverse races, ethnicities, and religious backgrounds, including atheists, sending Western disciples to chant the holy names of Krishna in major cities throughout the world. Srila Prabhupada inaugurated the fulfillment of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prophecy that his names would be chanted in every town and village.
You're reading from the screen.
Yes, Prabhuji.
It's not visible. Shall I increase the font size?
Yes, it is visible.
It is visible. Okay. If you don't have the book,
No, I have the book, but I gave back donated the book to our library, ISKCON Bhubaneswar.
then you should have one more book. Good way to get one more book for you. Because you're reading slowly. I thought that you're not able to read it properly because its screen is very small. Maybe I should
No,
increase this. I
it's
should
okay.
increase. It's okay. I can font. Maybe you can read properly. Yeah, you can read now. Otherwise, reading very slow. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Sorry. Yeah. Continue.
The verve and vigor of the devotees, combined with their exotic appearance, unignorable chanting, unconventional lifestyle, and a novel message, created a sensation wherever they went. Eager to get Krishna consciousness going in Britain, in 1968, Srila Prabhupada sent disciples to London, where, by contacting George Harrison of the fabulously popular Beatles, they made a recording of the Hare Krishna mantra that became the fastest selling Apple Corporation record, hitting the charts in countries where devotees were yet to even venture, including Australia, Japan, South Africa, and even socialist Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia. By the combination of a public chanting and the recording of the air on the airwaves, Hare Krishna quickly became widely known throughout much of the world. Thus, Srila Prabhupada became the inaugurator of literary millions of kirtans, a legacy that continues to expand with each moment of each day as more and more kirtans resound throughout the planet. In bringing Krishna consciousness to the West, Srila Prabhupada made adjustments that were unthinkable unthinkable to Orthodox Hindus, among which was his institution of the Brahmacharini ashram. Seeing that in the Western world, women have no proper shelter, even materially, or to speak of spiritually. Srila Prabhupada allowed women devotees to live in the same ashrams as men, separately, not in the same rooms. Yes, what most upset Hindu traditionalists,
No, yet, not yes, yet.
yet what most upset Hindu traditionalists was Srila Prabhupada's initiating his Western disciples as Brahmanas. Seemingly impossible, he transformed Westerners into first-class Vaishnavas, who gradually became recognized as actual Brahmanas, practicing Vedic Dharma far more rigidly than most Indians. Hindus were abandoning their own culture, but Srila Prabhupada restored their confidence in it, addressing his disciples in typically Indian attire, teaching them how to cook and eat Indian style, and most importantly, by instilling in them a zeal to share the essence of Vedic spirituality, Krishna consciousness, making known to the West that eating can be spiritual. Srila Prabhupada inaugurated a liberal distribution of Krishna Prasad. He personally taught the preparation of irresistible Indian style delights such as chapatis, puris, puspana, spicy sabjis, chutneys, laddus, kheer, gulab jamuns, and halwa. Such delectable prasad was instrumental in bringing many people to Krishna consciousness and in popularizing vegetarianism in the West. He created the world's first network of vegetarian restaurants. Among the most important Srila Prabhupada's cultural contributions was deity worship, fulfilling an astrological prediction at the time of his birth. Srila Prabhupada established 108 centers of the Krishna conscious movement on 6 continents. In one 12-month span between 1970 and 1971, 32 new centers, almost 3 every month, were opened. Most of these centers had installed deities variously of Sri Sri Gaurnitai, Sri Radha Krishna, and Sri Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. Not faced by Jagannath's seeming strange to the Western mind, Srila Prabhupada boldly inaugurated the Ratha Yatra festival of Lord Jagannath in major cities all over the world, thus fulfilling a personal childhood dream and giving a sight of God even to the many non-devotees who would never consider going to his temple. In 1967, he encouraged his disciples in establishing an incense business for financial support. Starting with practically nothing, after 4 years, the company, Spiritual Sky, was generating an annual revenue of around $1 million. Reference 391, equivalent to about $8 million in 2025. By vigorously propagating his movement in India, Srila Prabhupada revived the spirit of Krishna Bhakti, offering the joy of pure devotional service to the population largely misled by impersonalism. Gorgeous temples in Bombay and Vrindavan and the projected spiritual city at Mayapur soon became the international pilgrimage destinations and were instrumental in revitalizing the glories and spiritual culture of Bharat Bhumi. A program that was especially developed in India and among Indian diaspora was life membership. For a fixed contribution, pious and moneyed sympathizers received sets of Srila Prabhupada's books and certain facilities. Gradually, several 100,000 life members were enrolled, with
Okay,
the aim
Prabhu.
of establishing Varnashrama society to offer an alternative model of human life. Srila Prabhupada set up farm communities for simple living and high thinking, depending on the land, the cows, and Krishna. These farms were central to his plan of bringing to the attention of the world the importance of cow protection. In total, Srila Prabhupada established 12 Krishna conscious farm communities in North America, South America, Europe, Australia, and India. Reference 392. Jai Advaita Das. The Gifts of His Divine Grace. BTG 13.1 to 2, January 1978.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you very much. I'll request some of the devotees to read. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Akshaya Mataji. I'm seeing new here. Is it possible to read? Krishna. I'm not seeing. Okay. Okay. Akshay Mataji is not responding. Okay. Krishna Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Do you hear me? I don't know.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Please read Mataji. It's slow and clear. And if you're reading from the book, you have to read the reference from the screen. Okay.
I'm reading from the screen, Prabhuji.
No problem. You can read and I will read on the screen. Yeah, please.
By reviving the old system of Gurukula, wherein from an early age children could be trained in the principle of God consciousness, Srila Prabhupada aimed to save children from the slaughterhouses of modern education and prepare a new generation of spiritual leaders. He founded the Bhaktivedanta Institute to address the misplaced intellectualism that was misleading the world, especially in the form of atheistic science. The principal mandate to demonstrate that by the scientific method one should come to the conclusion of theism. He formed the Bhaktivedanta Swami Charity Trust to renovate the holy places connected specially with Lord Chaitanya's pastimes in Bengal and Odisha. And in these and other way preserve and enhance the glory of Gaudiya culture. Desiring to promote Krishna in all spheres of human activity and culture, Srila Prabhupada inculcated inculcated an entirely new art style by having Western devotee paint picture depicting Krishna's pastimes and the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. He further engaged disciples in making diorama exhibition to visually
Diorama. It's not diorama.
diorama exhibition to visually demonstrate Vedic philosophy. Among his multiple contributions, Srila Prabhupada considered his book most important in everything he did. He gave full energy, but he especially worked hard in producing his book. Amid a hectic travel schedule, he amid a hectic travel schedule, he regularly spent several hours at night dictating his book, giving up sleep. In this way, he authored about 70 books, mostly rendition of Vedic scripture translated from highly complex Sanskrit language. It was unimagined that such book, the cream
Imagine,
of Vedic,
unimagined. Mataji, it was unimagined.
unimagined,
No,
unimagined.
imagine.
It was
No. I'm saying it is unimagined. It was unimagined.
It was unimagined that such books, the cream of Vedic literature, could be could be widely available in the West. Hardly anyone had heard of Srimad Bhagavatam, what to speak of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, but Srila Prabhupada brought them to the million of homes throughout the world. He completed the entire translation and commentary of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, published in 17 volumes within 18 months. For the sake of publishing and coordinating his book production, he founded the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust (BBT) in 1972. Within 3 years, the BBT became established as by far the largest international publisher of Indian religious and philosophical texts, a position retained to the present day. By 1976, over 55 million books, pamphlets, and magazines had been published in 25 languages and distributed widely throughout the world. On printing alone of Bhagavad Gita as it is in 1 million copies required 76 train cars to ship to require paper, causing a sensation in American printing industries. Many respected scholars wrote a favorable review of his book. In 1976, the Encyclopedia Britannica Book of Year stated that Srila Prabhupada astonished academic and literary community,
Astonished. Mataji,
astonished,
astonished academic and literary communities.
astonished academic and literary community worldwide by writing and publishing 52 books on the unsigned Vedic culture in a period from October 1968 to November 1975. Srila Prabhupada was the greatest pro- proponent of Bhagavad Gita in the present age by forcefully established that the real message of Bhagavad Gita is a pure devotional surrender to Krishna in opposition to the dozen of impersonalist interpretation by
Impersonalistic. Mataji,
impersonalistic interpretation by arranging for massive distribution of Bhagavad Gita as it is, and by embodying and inculcating in other the spirit of devotion that Krishna insisted in a initially
instilled, not insisted. Instilled in the initially reluctant Arjuna.
Instilled in a initially reluctant Arjuna of working hard and fighting for Krishna, rather than in the name of spiritualism withdrawing from the world. There has been many editions of Bhagavad Gita in the Western world, but none so scholarly presented with a Sanskrit verse in a Devanagari script and then with a transliteration word-to-word meaning. Verse translation and commentary strictly following the previous commentators. It was a work that highly competent professional scholar could undertake only after years of research. Be-
Bequeathing.
bequeathing to his disciple the Back to Godhead magazine he has started in India in 1944. He saw its circulation reach over a million copies a month in English alone by mid 1970s.
Okay, Mataji.
Not
Okay, Mataji. Can you stop here?
sorry, Guruji.
Can you request some other devotees to read? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for reading. Okay. Mr. Govind Prabhu, can you please read? Is it possible to read now today?
Haribol, yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Yes, Prabhu, you can.
Notwithstanding
You have the book?
his.
Prabhuji, you have the book?
No. I'm reading from here.
Yeah, I can understand that. But if you don't have the book, kindly order the book.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Yes.
I'll speak to you. Notwithstanding his advanced age, Srila Prabhupada traveled tirelessly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya. He circled the world 14 times in less than 10 years, visiting 24 countries, directing and inspiring his followers, inspecting new centers, and making many public and media appearances. Wherever he went, he lectured, usually at least once daily, on the teachings of Krishna consciousness. He penetrated the Iron Curtain, spending just 5 days in Moscow. Although this allowed from holding public engagements, he planted a seed of Krishna consciousness that would soon spread throughout the vast territories of the Soviet Union and be instrumental in the downfall of that evil empire of communism. In 1983, US President Ronald Reagan modified the Soviet regime by dubbing it in the evil empire. Any one of these achievements would be sufficient to immortalize Srila Prabhupada. For instance, had he only produced an elaborate translation of Srimad Bhagavatam, he did so many things in just 12 years in old age and poor health, fulfilling the predictions of Shastra, of the Acharyas, of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His role in the religious history of the world is unique, unprecedented, and inimitable. We can count how many temples and disciples there are, but Prabhupada's impact on society, on literature, on Western philosophy can't be measured. His impact can't be described. Acharya Devi Dasi,
Archya Devi Dasi.
Archa Devi Dasi in a bond of love. Thanks to Srila Prabhupada, millions of people have come to know about Krishna, who was not known except among Hindus. Millions of people have taken Krishna Prasad. Millions of people have chanted, and even more have heard the Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada's contribution are not limited to a particular time. By the ongoing efforts of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, which is extension of his service to the previous acharyas, Srila Prabhupada continues to enlighten the people of the world in knowledge of their constitutional position beyond the modes of material nature. He continues to offer way of life with real direction and meaning in this otherwise dark, depressing world. He gifts will his gifts will continue to be appreciated throughout the world for many generations to come. चैतन्य सृष्टि यही प्रेम संकीर्तन CC 2.11.97 text. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's creation is Prema Sankirtan, the loving congregational chanting of the holy name of Krishna, just as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced Prema Sankirtan within the world. Srila Prabhupada spread it throughout the entire world. Anyone today who is chanting Hare Krishna outside of India is indebted to Srila Prabhupada for bringing this gift of Krishna consciousness, for giving this gift of chanting the holy names, without which they would not have had the opportunity to do so. And even most person chanting within India would not be doing so had he not conducted his preaching mission. We can appreciate a little about Srila Prabhupada's contribution by hearing about what he did. But most importantly, we can individually appreciate how he has touched our hearts and continues to do so. We are all personally experiencing the gifts of Srila Prabhupada.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. If some other devotees, please read. Thank you very much for reading.
Report.
Hare Krishna. Shweta Yadav. Shweta. Hare Krishna. Okay. I don't know. Shweta Mataji is not there. Hare Krishna. I don't know, but okay, Mataji. Chandra Rekha Mataji can read. I don't know.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranamam.
Dandavat pranam, but you should go to a place where you have good internet.
Yes, I am. Yes, Prabhuji, I am.
It should not interrupt in the middle. Your lines are getting vanished.
Hopefully. Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. I am in the place yesterday where I was.
Yes, Mataji. Continue.
Hopefully, it will not trouble us. Shall I, Prabhuji? Thank you.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Making history. Sometimes Srila Prabhupada reflected on the portent of his spread Krishna consciousness in what he called this momentous hour of need. Reference 396. Srimad what is SB?
Srimad Bhagavatam preface.
Srimad Bhagavatam preface 1962 edition. If the young generation like you will cooperate with this movement, will give the Western youngsters a transcendental gift, which will be recorded in the progress of history. Reference 397. Letter 19th August 1968. If the young generation, if the younger generation.
You already read that, no? Surely we will bring in a new chapter.
Yes. From its new inception, the Krishna consciousness movement in the West now a new thing in the history of
Mataji, Hare Krishna. This is the second time it is happening that your internet connection or something is a problem over there. Because it is. You are Tamil?
I am in Tamil Nadu, but I speak Tamil also. But
ஆமா இந்த கனெக்ஷன் வந்து விட்டு விட்டு வருது மாதாஜி விட்டு விட்டு வருதுமா அப்படின்னா
yes yes but for me எனக்கு இது perfect-ஆ இருக்கு
I don't know why it is like this. I have to ask some other devotees. Is it like that for other devotees as well?
Yes,
Yes,
probably
Prabhuji, voice is
she is
breaking.
missing. Yeah, her voice goes away.
Yeah.
Okay, then give me 1 second. I'll stick to my mobile network. Just give me 1 second.
Yes, Mataji. Oh, Krishna.
Krishna.
But night பண்றதுனால நம்ம ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கு.
I'll tell some other devotees for you.
Yes, I'm done.
Recording in progress.
Yes. Hare Krishna.
I don't know.
Echo is coming.
I'm getting the resound.
Okay, Prabhuji. I wait. And after 10 minutes, maybe I'll try again. Sorry.
No problem. You can.
They might have joined in 2 devices, I think, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Now I'm in the. Okay, fine, Prabhuji. Now,
Please
if it
read,
is
Mataji.
okay, I'll continue.
Yes, Mataji, you can continue. Please read. Yeah, I'm hearing only one voice.
From its very inception, the Krishna consciousness movement in the West was making history. You're seeing now a new thing in the history of the world that Africans and Indians and the Americans and the Europeans are dancing. Hare Krishna, reference 399. Lecture 26th October 1975. Professor A.L. Bhasham, one of the world's foremost authorities on Indian history, noted that the Hare Krishna movement is historically very significant. For now, for the first time since the days of the Roman Empire, an Asian religion is being openly practiced by people of Western origin in the streets of Western cities. Reference 400. A.L. Bhasham, A Cultural History of India, page 497. Srila Prabhupada was confident that future historians would study this period about how this movement has changed the world, a new renaissance. 401 reference. Conversation 22nd January 1977. Our movement is the greatest gift to the human race. They may not immediately appreciate it, but the time will come and history will give evidence that this movement saved the human society from being fallen into barbarianism. Reference 402. Letter 13th November 1969. History will mark this period. How the Krishna consciousness movement changed the world. Reference 403. Conversation January 1977, seated in Harishori Dasa, TD, Volume
Cited,
1.
Mataji. It's not seated, it's cited. Cited in Harishwarida's Transcendental Diary.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you. Cited in Harishori Dasa, Transcendental, Volume 1, Introduction.
Transcendental Diary.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you. I wish that it will be noted down in history that this Krishna consciousness movement is responsible for saving the world. Practically, our movement is the only hope for saving the world from complete disaster. 404 reference. Letter 1st January 1972. One day people will understand in the history that this movement was for saving the human society. That day will come. Reference 405. Letter 3rd March 1975.
No, Mataji, lecture, not letter.
Sorry, lecture 3rd March 1975.
Yeah, be slow, no problem, no rushing.
Rameshwara Dasa recalls Srila Prabhupada in instructing him as follows. We are the only hope for human society to receive real knowledge. And our books are the only real thing. It may take some time, but one day, all this rubbish culture of slaughterhouses and brothels and this rubbish philosophy that God is dead and life comes from matter can be replaced. In the future, there will be a history of how Vedic culture was brought to America. We are introducing a new style of life and civilization. Everything should be ideal. Others have never dreamt of such a civilization. Free life, happy life, no anxiety, and hope, great hope that we are going back home, back to Godhead. Through increased distribution of our books, America and then the whole world will become Krishna conscious. All the world is in darkness. The scientists like Darwin and Freud are all in darkness. One day the whole world will appreciate how we have changed the face of the world from darkness to light. Reference 406. Quoted by Rameshwara Dasa in The Master at Whose Feet Other Masters Bow. Back to Godhead. Am I right, Prabhuji? BTG, back
Yes,
to
ma'am.
number
Yes.
13.8, 1978. As Srila Prabhupada noted, daily selling such a huge amount of religious books is unique in history. Reference 407. Conversation 20th April 1976. Even if not immediately tangible, the effects of book distribution will be appreciated in the future. The only hope is that you distribute books as much as possible. Whole Europe, whole America. Someday they will realize what valuable books we have left for the whole world to study. Reference 408. The conversation 28th June 1975. Future historians will note how communism failed because of book distribution. Reference 409. Rameshwara Dasa in Prabhupada Memories, Volume 56. As Tamal Krishna Goswami remarked to Srila Prabhupada, we have to rewrite the history books. Your Bhagavatam is actually rewriting history, universal history. Reference 410. Conversation 5th July 1977. And Jayapataka Swami said to Srila Prabhupada, one day you'll be celebrated for saving the whole world. Reference 411. Conversation 8 November 1977.
Yes, Mataji, we will stop here. Tomorrow we will
Yes,
start
thank
with
you,
the new
Prabhuji.
section. Thank
you.
you very much to all devotees, and we are so much indebted to His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj, and of course Prabhupada and Krishna, but specifically to bring this all in one place. For the last 20 years, 20, 25, 30 years, Maharaj has been doing it. So I don't know, we can't even चुका नहीं सकते हम लोग. We can't even give it back to Maharaj. Something we are trying. So please, you can do something for Maharaj by taking the books, by ordering the books, distributing the books. Of course, this book and Prabhupada's books, but for the time being, this book. And we will stop here. And tomorrow we will meet. And devotees can leave if they want to leave. And if devotees have some questions, they can ask right away. Anybody wants to ask something? Mostly I'm giving to devotees who are actually new so that they can get habituated to read, so that because many devotees, they read in the mind, but if they read outside, then so many things will come up. Right. If nobody has anything to ask, then I can.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, I think if we can post every day the link in the group, many people will join, I think so. Because some devotees are searching for the link.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Oh,
It actually,
you want me to put the link every day?
yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. It helps actually psychologically. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, I'll do that. It's not a problem. I'll post the link because it's in the group description, and many devotees suggest it's in the group description, so you can do it. But every day I'll post the link at it's like 7 o'clock or 7:05 or 7:10 like that, so that devotees can see. No problem. I'll do that.
Thank you.
Suggestion accepted. Fine. Mitra Govind Prabhu, please order the book. And Mataji, some Mataji also, I don't know the name, Ruchira Mataji, and Pradhan, Kanhu Charan Pradhan, you donated your book. That's very great. ISKCON Bhubaneswar. And devotees, I request to please order the book. And we want to post it and give it to Maharaj, the scores after this one. So kindly let me know if you have ordered the book and taken the book. Okay.
I have the book, Prabhuji. Ruchira Devidasi. I have the book.
Oh, you have the book.
Yes, I have
Okay.
ordered it. Okay.
Thank you. You ordered it. Is it?
Yeah, I got it booked like with you also, but then I ordered it from like Guru Maharaj's site. I got it.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Then tomorrow we will meet. Until then, Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindevyavacha paritanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Srila Prabhupada. The modern mission of Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranamam. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Pranam everyone.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.